But the thing is, it's out there now. It's everyone's property. Like, for people who wants to do humor and whatever, it's out of our fucking hands. Black metal for me is still those secluded things that people are not the fuck interested in, you know? So black metal is like it's like a brand now, you know? Everyone can deal with it. If someone does it in a completely, you know, disgusting way, I might just go like, damn it. But, you know, what can I do? What's the point?
As you know, Lords of Chaos, the book, and now the movie are making a lot of noise around. Like really a lot. It's everywhere nowadays. Even artists themselves stepped out and talked about it. For example, Vadested states clearly in one of his videos that the movie is not based on reality.
Where they have a fat Jewish actor play the role of me. I'm Scandinavian, by the way. The fat Jewish actor said things in that film that I never said in real life. He did things that I never did. He did things for reasons that I never had. And, well, by and large, the whole film is just made up.
For those who don't know, Lords of Chaos is the title of a 98 book and now turned into a movie directed by Jonas Åkerlund, supposedly recreating the events of the early days of the Norwegian black metal scene. More specifically, the individuals involved in mayhem and Burzum.
I satanistmiljøet i Oslo det nå frykt for nye drap etter drapet på den 25 år gamle Øystein Aarseth i går. Aarseth var en aktiv person i det satanistpregede black metal-miljøet i hovedstaden.
It's important to take in consideration 4 important points here. They cited themselves in the trailers. It's based on truth and lies. In the credits, we can see written Vice Films. Vice are the responsible of that partially cringy documentary made with Gal like a decade ago. So Vice had something to do with the movie in a way or another.
I don't think that you ask me the right questions. I don't think you're focusing on what's being told.
Guide me.
Mayhem gave permission to use Mayhem songs in the film, so that is really something. The director, Mr. Åkerlund, played with Quarton in Bathory for a short period of time. He also directed the masterpiece video Bewitched by Candlemass and worked with Rammstein. That was for people saying he's an outsider just because he worked for pop artists. Okay, now let's dive deep into it. The trailers suck. The acting is so Hollywood-like. The humor is bad. This homemade short film made for a school project has better humor and actually it's closer to reality in spirit.
It would be a lot better without Dark at all. That bastard needs to be gone for good. Guess I'm going to call my mom now to bail me out of fucking jail.
Dad's story is not fun, and that scene is ridiculous. Don't get me wrong, I probably made jokes here and there, and it's awfully fine to use black humor, but I'm talking about quality here.
He devoted his life to death.
Every now and then I rewatch the documentary Until the Light Takes Us, because it's really well done, and there's some humor in it.
Dead in the bed.
A film very criticized, I just cannot grasp the why. And should I talk about the corpse paint here? Even the corpse paint of Euronymous is so perfect, meaning they completely missed the point. Looks more like a sad clown than anything else. It's pathetic. But don't forget that the film is not out. Don't judge it by the trailers only. The cult status of black metal and its romanticization ended up turning the movement into what the actors in the scene despised the most: sheep-like worship and the blind following. And that takes me to a positive aspect of Lords of Chaos, giving the opportunity to people to ridicule themselves. Because you'll find a lot of mediocre people complaining about the movie, and it's because they fear the idolatry and fantasy being crushed and mocked on. What difference there is between indoctrinated Muslims threatening the author of a Muhammad caricature and triggered mayhem worshippers? I have to admit that I do participate actively in this cult-like vision. After all, the human species needs something or someone to look up to. We all have public personas we look up to, periods in history or prehistory we prefer over the others. And black metal in the 90s, with all its anti-conformism, low weakness / high adrenaline kind of behavior, is no different. A period of history that make many lose sleep. Now in 2019, 20 years plus after that burst, it became history. When meditating about black metal in Norway, people usually forget that they were all teenagers or young adults.
We are Lords of Chaos.
You guys suck.
Mom, tell her to get out.
To give a clear example here, when Varg entered prison in '94, he was 20 to 21 years old, way younger than I am right now. And yes, it only makes him more of a genius, knowing that he wrote the 4 first Burzum records in less than 2 years, and being 90 to 20 years old. That is all for now. I wanted to comment only a bunch of things and not make the video too long. When the movie will come out and make a reaction, so don't create an opinion based on nothing. Use your brain and hail black metal.
Yeah.